I worked the night shift at a 911 call center. From midnight to 6 a.m., the city sounds different. Quieter, heavier, like it's holding its breath. Most calls at night are the same. Drunk arguments, car alarms, people who hang up before saying a word. That night started the same way, until the phone rang at exactly 2:17 a.m. The screen lit up with an incoming call, no caller ID, just a blinking line. I answered, 911, what's your emergency? Static, soft breathing, slow, controlled. Then a voice said, they're standing in my hallway. I asked for the address. The line went dead. That happens sometimes. Dropped calls aren't unusual. I logged it and moved on. 2 minutes later, the phone rang again. Same line, no ID. I answered, 911. What's your emergency? The same breathing, the same pause. Then the voice said, you didn't help last time. My fingers froze over the keyboard. I asked again for the address. The voice whispered, you already know where I am. The call disconnected. I checked the system. The number still didn't exist. No location, no trace. At 2:23 a.m., the phone rang a third time. This time, the caller spoke immediately. They're closer now. I asked who they were. The voice hesitated, then said, you can hear them too. I held my breath. Behind the voice, faint and distant, I heard something. Footsteps, slow, dragging. I asked for a name. The line stayed silent for 3 full seconds. Then the caller said a name. Not their name, mine. I pulled the headset away from my ear. Nobody outside my family knows my name at work. It isn't visible. It isn't shared. I asked how they knew that. The voice replied, you told me yesterday. I hadn't worked yesterday. I checked the call logs. There was a call at 2:17 a.m. the night before. Same non-existent number, same duration. Logged under my operator ID. My supervisor told me to stay calm. To keep them talking, the phone rang again. 911, I said, forcing my voice steady. They're in the room now, the caller whispered. I asked if they could escape. The voice laughed softly, they already did. A loud thud echoed through the line, then silence. Police traced the sound through nearby cell towers. They sent units to an address 6 blocks from the call center. An old apartment building, condemned, empty. The officers searched every floor. No signs of life, no signs of a struggle. But in one apartment, they found a phone. Still warm. On the screen was my call center's number. The call time matched exactly. The tenant's name was pulled from old records. They had died in a house fire 2 years earlier. I tried to convince myself it was a coincidence. I tried to forget. At 3:41 a.m., the phone rang again, same line. I didn't want to answer, but I did. The voice sounded calmer now. Thank you for staying with me, it said. I asked where they were. The voice replied, closer than before. I asked what they wanted. There was a pause. Then the voice said, I need you to listen. Behind the voice, I heard breathing again. Not one set, many. I muted my microphone. The breathing continued. The voice said, they like your voice. My supervisor told me to disconnect. I didn't. I don't know why. The caller continued, you hear them every night. On the other end, waiting. The lights in the call center flickered, just once. The voice whispered, they can't call themselves. The line went dead. At 4:12 a.m., another call came in. This one had an ID. My call center extension. I answered my own number. The voice on the line was mine. It said, 911, what's your emergency? I ripped the headset off. The call kept playing through the speakers. My voice continued speaking, asking questions I hadn't asked, repeating things I hadn't said. Then it whispered, they're behind you. I didn't turn around. I couldn't. The call disconnected. My shift ended at 6 a.m. I didn't stay. I quit that morning. They said the recordings were corrupted, unusable, gone. But sometimes, late at night, my phone rings. No number, no vibration, just sound. And when I answer, the voice says my name, then asks a question. Are you ready to listen now?